Hi, and welcome to 4th Ward Headlines. I'm your host, Alderman Will Burns of the 4th Ward. Joining me today is Jackie Payne from the Chicago Park District. Jackie, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Alderman Burns.
So let's start off just to get to know you a little bit. How did you end up at the Park District?
I started with the Park District about 3 years ago, and it was just kind of a great fusion of both being able to get involved in health and wellness as well as serve the community in things like parks and recreation that are things I think are very important.
So tell us a little bit about what you do for the Park District right now.
I'm an area manager in the central region, so that just sort of means that I have a certain area with 12 parks that have field houses as well as adjoining littler parks and play lots. I work with our supervisors who manage the parks, those individual parks, and we create programs, we do everything from helping with landscape, and we try to serve the community as best we can.
Well, I think you guys are doing a great job in the 4th Ward.
Thank you very much.
And I'm glad that you guys had your board meeting at Kennecott Park in the 4th Ward very recently, so it was nice to see all the Park District brass down at a regular park where everyday people in the community use it.
Absolutely.
So what's new at the Park District? What's exciting? What should people be paying attention to?
We have a lot of exciting new things going on, and first and foremost, I certainly want to get the word out that we have a new design to our website. Okay. We're still at www.chicagoparkdistrict.com, but when you go there, you might see something different. We're also really trying to encourage patrons and family members to sign up with our new account system, which is ActiveNet. We are going to sort of an online system where you can actually create wait lists, look at programs, and also register online, which currently is happening right now, and Saturday will be in-person registration.
So you can go online right now to register for different programs and opportunities at the Park District.
That is correct.
And that website, one more time, is?
www.chicagoparkdistrict.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and if you don't do that now, then you'd have to do it in person.
Starting Saturday, although you want to check with your local park, we start the in-person registration where we will create an account for you, but if you can go online, it will just make the process a little bit easier for you.
But you don't have to go online?
You do not have to.
Well, that's good, because I get people in my ward who'll say, you know, I don't mess with the computers, and and then I have other people who are like, hey, well, how can I do this online? How can I do this quickly? You know, get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and get online and take care of it, and it's done. So it's good that you have both approaches so that people can access the Park District programs.
Absolutely. We really want it to be as user-friendly as possible. So it will help us on the back end with certainly registering patrons quicker and more efficiently. However, no one should feel that they're left behind. They can always go to the park and we'll help them.
We talked a little bit before we came out, and you said that there were some job opportunities with the Park District.
Absolutely. Right now, we are hiring for our summer seasonal rec leaders, as well as attendance and physical instructors. So we primarily target folks who are 16 and older. So if this is a first-time job or you've come back and been with the park, please go online and set up an account. We're only going to be offering it about 3 weeks. And then those job postings will be taken down. So please act quickly.
And how much would you get paid an hour to be a summer rec leader of some of these jobs? Do you know off the top of your head?
It's definitely more than minimum wage, but I believe we're somewhere between the $10 and $12 an hour mark.
So that's pretty good if you're coming home from college or you just graduated from high school and you're looking for something to do over the summer.
Absolutely, and you can have fun while earning a paycheck.
Absolutely, that's great. I spent a summer working as a day camp counselor between my 3rd and 4th year in undergrad. It wasn't with the Park District, but similar kind of a thing. And it was a lot of fun, hanging out with the kids and playing basketball and dodgeball and going on tours and all that kind of thing.
We're really fortunate to have returning rec leaders year after year, even sometimes after college when they're sort of in between looking for finding that first career to, you know, deciding whether or not to go on to a master's or a higher education degree. And we've always been really fortunate. They bring stuff from their college experience, and it's a wonderful connection when our children who have been with our Park Kids program during the school year and then participate in our day camp and remember counselors from years past. So we enjoy having our returning, but we also like new faces.
Well, that's great. So we'll make sure to include that information in our newsletter so that people get the word. And obviously you can go to the website and apply right now.
Absolutely. Under jobs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. That's the right place to look.
Exactly.
You know, and given, you know, what's interesting is that as it gets closer to the summertime, I remember last year, I was sworn in May, and people started coming to my office. I'm looking for a job. My kid's coming home from college, and they need something to do. I don't want them just sitting around the house. And
absolutely. If there are folks who come a little bit after the deadline, there are always the opportunities to volunteer. While we don't offer a paycheck for that, it's still a great experience. And if, you know, those parents who don't want their children coming home from college and just sitting and watching TV all day, they can certainly get involved in some of the volunteer opportunities. And again, it's also on our website, the form, but they can also contact that local park that they want to volunteer for and get some experience.
That's great. Yeah. So what else is going on in the Park District? What else is exciting?
Well, we are having our harbor. If you've been traveling down Lakeshore Drive anytime, you've noticed that there's been some construction going on. There is a new harbor that is hopefully going to be open in May of 2012. It's going to have 900 boat slips. It has been fixed so that we were going to have 2 areas for people to bike and pedestrian walking and running, so there'll be less congestion. There will be a fishing pier, a beach, as well as offering a spray feature for children.
Nice.
And a clubhouse for people if they'd like to rent and
you'll have a restaurant in there too, right?
There will be a restaurant. It won't be ready for the 2012 opening, but we do hope in the future that we'll have something secure. And
when I ride my bike on the lakefront, or when I used to run on the lakefront, that 31st Street became sort of like a really big bottleneck.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, you had people who were picnicking and barbecuing and walking over and trying to drag grills and kids and igloo containers, and then you had people who were trying to like be Lance Armstrong. They had the tight spandex on and the yellow